Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is kind of an update because I had an update. YooTV, there's an update that I loaded in just this morning, and I'm here to advise you that if it's running passive for you, you may not want to do this because since I did that update, as you can see, 4 out of my 5 phones that I've been running YooTV on have locked up. They go to this screen here, and you do have to physically go through and get it off the screen to get them back running, and it has really hurt earnings today because I really wasn't expecting it. I was gone for a number of hours this morning to come back to see all 5 phones done. About an hour ago, I went through, hit everything, and within an hour, 4 out of the 5 phones were back locked up on those screens. It doesn't pass through them. I don't know. I don't know if this is a deal breaker for YooTV or not. I don't know why in this update they went to that, but now the earnings, just the number of commercials, I knew something was wrong. I looked at my phone and saw that there really wasn't that many commercials that were played this morning, and normally I get really good earnings right away. It didn't really turn out that way. It was better than before I updated it, but to be honest with you, if this app just became an unpassive app for me, there's no way I could even decide to keep it on these phones because I'm not around enough to babysit these phones. And if it's gonna kick like this within 1 hour, there's no way. I'm waiting to see whether any of these right here you're gonna see. I believe they will log through this, and you can see they are now. But once they get to that screen with that big X up in the corner, and it's a number of different advertisers that I guess that do that. Either it won't auto play through. You're stuck there until you come in and physically do it. And I really just don't have the time to do it an hour at a time, especially when I'm relying on this app to get me through, especially the nighttime. And I can be around if it's like an hour or so, 2 hours that I can stop back. As long as it plays something through there, I can justify it during the day. But I'm not going to wake up every 2 hours to check these phones. It's just not going to happen. And it really is a disappointment. You can see that one just went to it up there, the one that was running. Now clicked over to it, and just as I'm talking, I'll leave it up there, but it will stay there. It's not going to click through at all. It's going to stay on that screen and stop earnings for that phone. Unfortunately, it looks like this one down here may have done it. Some of them they will, other ones don't. What I have noticed, that if we zoom in up top, any of the ones that have that large X and it gives you that percentage sign, they all seem to be locked up on this. That's the telltale sign of what ones that do it. Hopefully they get this fixed so it becomes more passive. Let me know if you've updated your YooTV apps, whether you've experienced the same problem, because I would love to know. Maybe it's just in my area. I know things are different all around the world and around the country. Let me know in the comments if you've had this problem. I just want to... It worried me enough to make a separate video for my viewers, because if you haven't updated this, you may really want to think about whether you want to update the app or not. If it's going to do this, maybe give it a day or so to see if it gets fixed. Your earnings are not going to be as good as if if they're updated. I did notice that my earnings dropped way off. I was like 0.1 per ad, but I was still seeing a number of ads. That was the thing. Now, I'm seeing 0.3, 0.4 from the ads, but if I'm only getting an hour of runtime, maybe 2 hours of runtime, and then it freezes up, and, I may be gone for another 2 hours, I just lost, another 2 hours of my phones running it. Right now, I backed off to just these 5 phones. I do have the new ones that just came in. I am getting those set up. I'm going to try and go to more of the paid to download type apps, because I feel it's a steadier form of income for the phone. But to be perfectly honest with you, it does take time to get to those payout numbers. And I talk about the way it was with AppLike and some of these other pay to download apps. Unfortunately, I think that's where the phone farming community is going to be going. I'm just leaving it here so you can see what's going to happen. Like I said, you can see that one up in the upper left has not done anything since it's moved over to that. So that's what you're going to expect. But like I was back saying, I think that's what's going to happen in the phone farming community. I think we're all going to be kind of moving away from these, passive as far as video watching ads, and I think it's going to be going more towards a pay to download setup itself. I know I was listening to eCash's video from yesterday talking about some of the things. Some of the people having problem with Cash Magnet and then expecting Cash Magnet to maybe go to a pay the download as well. I think that's what we're going to be seeing more and more. Unless somebody can figure out how to make a truly passive app, which the advertisers just don't like because it's a good chance that nobody's actually watching the content. We know we're phone farmers. What we do is trying to get as many of these ads as possible to run with doing as little as possible. You can see now these phones up top have also gone into that large X up in the corner and seem to be stuck there. And you can see this is just, I'm 6 minutes into the video and I reset those right for the video because they were all locked up. There's another one down there on the bottom. So you can see that's 6.5 minutes right now we're into the video, and 4 out of the 5 phones have already gone to an unearning state. So I'm down to 1 phone again. As I started the video, you saw there was only 1 phone earning at that point in time. It's unfortunate, but I want to get the warning out to you. Don't update it if you want to have a passive experience with YooTV. I know I did the video before saying how the earnings this week had been real good. I hope this doesn't shut it down because it was doing real well. 5 phones I was running since Sunday, today being Thursday around midday, I've made over $3. So that was much better than all of last week. It looks like, just still that 1 phone earning. It was much better than last week, but it is still nowhere near what it was, about a month ago. We were doing really well, seeing the 1 cent earnings. And if this is not passive, then it really is a problem. So let me know, like I said, in the comments. Hopefully this saves some people some heartache. They don't go through and update all their phones, especially some of these people running 50, 60, 100 phones. You go through and update, and then everything all of a sudden becomes unpassive. Boy, could that be a problem. You could really lose some earnings. So hopefully everybody sees this and they can think twice before they update the app, because this is what I'm finding is becoming more and more common with these apps. So I thank you all for watching. Hopefully later in the week, the earnings, when I do my earnings review on Saturday, we could still show some money coming in. Maybe they'll have another update to try and fix this. Maybe the app will change something. But for right now, if you're looking for a passive app, it is not YooTV, at least not with this new update. I thank you, and as always, have a good day.